Hi everyone, I am DeEllen from the Crystal Crossroads here in Newburgh, Oregon, and today I'm just putting together a short video on how to create your own crystal grid. So, a couple things about grids. So basically, crystal grids are done in layers, and they are a form of sacred geometry. And basically, you can do them just straight on a surface like I have here, or I'm going to be using today these printed altar cloths that have the grids on them. So the first grid I'm going to put together for you is an abundance or a money grid, and I'm going to actually be using the Metatron's cube. So Metatron's cube in sacred geometry represents the archangel Metatron, and it contains all of the patterns and geometric shapes that make up everything in the universe. So I'm going to go ahead and just place that there on my table. Now, the first part of your grid is going to be your intention stone. So if your intention is for abundance, prosperity, money, that sort of thing, citrine is a good choice for that. So citrine is a very energizing stone. It provides happiness and courage, warmth, hope. It actually holds the energy of the sun. It can enhance your self-esteem, and it's a great awakening stone. So you're going to take your intention stone and you're going to place it right in the center of your grid, just like so. And this stone is considered your powerhouse stone. So it's where all of the energy from the grid is going to be coming from. So now next we need to do our second layer, which is going to be our waystones. So I went ahead and selected these little citrine polished points here. And what you're going to do is you're going to place them around that center stone. Just like so. So, and I'm using 3 of them. So next we want to put in, with the waystones, we're going to add some amplification stones. So I went ahead and I chose these garnets. Garnets are great amplifiers in any grid. And we're going to place them, just like the citrine, right around our center intention stone. So like so. So now we're going to get to the outside layer of the grid, and this is where we're going to place our desire stones. So I like to use points, and I always like to incorporate quartz or a type of quartz in my grid. So I went ahead and picked out these clear quartz points. So remember where we put our amplification stones, our garnet, that's where we're going to start layering our quartz. So we're going to point them just in that outer circle around the garnet. And for this particular grid, I am putting all of my points out because we're radiating energy, we're pushing it out, pushing it away. And then lastly, for a desire stone, I have the green aventurine. Green aventurine is an excellent one if you are trying to bring in money and abundance. It's also a good heart healer, so it's just kind of a good everything in general stone. And we're going to be placing these just outside of our citrine points, like so. So now that we've laid our stones, we need to activate our grid. So in order to activate the grid, you're going to need something to point with. So you can use your finger, you can use a wand, you can use an incense. I even have like a piece of Palo Santo here, you could use that. But for this video, I'm going to be using our one of our fun selenite unicorn twisted wands. And what you're going to do is you're going to start your point at your center stone. So, and you're going to take it up and over and back down, and then take it out again, over, down, and one more time up, over, and back down, so that you're ending up right where you started. And then I always like to just pat the energy in 3 times. And now we've created this abundance grid, and it is active. And it feels so good and looks so good, I almost don't want to break it up, but let's make some room for our love grid. So for the love grid, I'm going to go ahead and use the seed of life. And the seed of life in sacred geometry actually represents the 7 days of creation, or it's the symbol for creation. So let's go ahead and just place that down. And we're going to build it very similar to the Metatron's cube. This one though, we're going to start with pink calcite in the center. So pink calcite is a really strong heart chakra crystal. So it's really good at bringing out forgiveness, about releasing fears, especially any trapped like love energy that you have from past incidences. It encourages self-worth. It's got a soft, just really loving energy, and it's really, really good for like deep emotional healing. So I'm going to go ahead and place that just in the center of the grid, like so. And let's start building our grid. So I pulled some pink tourmaline, and these are fun. They're not really points, but they're kind of long shaped. And I'm going to place them just like before. These are our waystones. So they're going to go around the center intention stone, like so. And for amplification, I grabbed some apotholite. And apotholite is fun. They actually grow in these natural little pyramids. And we're going to place those in between the pink tourmaline around that intention stone. And then I have these really fun Veracruz amethyst points that I'm going to be placing in our second row in our desire stones. And I'm going to stick these outside of our amplifiers, which is the apotholite, like so. And we're going to finish it up with our desire stone of rose quartz. So the rose quartz is going to just play off of the pink tourmaline, like so. So you have this very beautiful, very pink grid. And we've got our wand for activation, and you're going to activate it just the same as you did for our abundance grid. Start in the center, take it up, out, and in. And then just pat it in. And actually, I'm going to leave that grid up and just kind of slide it to the side, because I just have one more grid to show you, and that is our protection grid. So this is very, very simple. It's a little bit different and a little bit less complex than the other two, because it's basically going to be just the intention stone and then the waystones. So we're going to start with a black tourmaline and just place it in the center. And then I have 6 of these quartz points, and then you're going to just put them evenly around, like so. And then once again, we're pointing our crystals out, away, to disperse that energy. And you activate it the same, and then you just push it in. So that is 3 very simple stones, stone grids. And so one thing to remember when we're making our grids is we want to make sure that we're clearing our stones ahead of time. So we can do that either by running them under water, we can sage them, we could use incense, you could blow on them, put them out in the moonlight, but basically just however you clear your stones, you're going to clear them first. Also, when we set up our grids, we want to be clearing them and cleaning them at least once per month. So even if you're going to be putting the exact same grid down again, you do want to once a month pick up all the stones, clear them, and then you can set your grid back up again. And you don't have to keep a grid up for a month. You could keep it up for a day or an hour or whatever. So whatever you want to do with it. And a good reminder for me to clear my stones is just when the full moon comes once a month. And I have to admit that I've accumulated enough now that they don't all make it out every single month, but the ones that I'm using daily or using regularly definitely make it in the moon on the full moon, or make it out to the moon. So anyways, thank you for watching. Also, I wanted to just let you know that on our website, thecrystalcrossroads.com, you can find written instructions on how to make the crystal grid. And also with those instructions are a lot of stones that I suggest for putting in different grids. So I've got some in there for health, I've got some in there for relationships, for abundance, for all sorts of things. So check that out. And it's going to be on the website, thecrystalcrossroads.com, and it's going to be under Crystal Blogs. And if you're watching on a smartphone or a tablet, you're going to have to kind of scroll to the bottom of the blog, because I think it's probably like the 5th or the 6th one down. So anyways, well, thank you for watching.